Hi everyone. Today I'm going to explain how to use LLMs very effectively and not burning too much of your credits or money. And I'm going to show you a bit of tips and techniques. Let's see, coming back here, and before choosing LLMs, you should have an idea which LLM works on which project, which kind of task, what it does generally. For example, you come here, LM Arena. This is where you can find the rankings. For instance, text generation, you can see here Gemini 3 Pro is extremely good. Or if you come back here, web development, Claude Opus 4.5 is good. And of course, Claude Opus 4.5 is very deeply. It can understand extremely high. Or ranked on GPT 1.5, which is the latest one again. So these rankings goes here and there on a week by week or monthly. So you just need to understand this. Now let's first IDE. I'm going to show you how to use these into your IDE. First one is cursor. I think as you guys know, cursor very popular. Yes. Now you come back here. There is one challenge whenever you are using any LLMs. For instance, if you are a pro user of the cursor, which I am a pro user, very often what will happen when you use auto, you can do as many as lines you want, you can do it. That's not a problem. But issue is it will be not that great. It won't that effective. Further, generally people, what they do, they'll go and check, test it, which model works for their project. For example, I'm doing a simple text generation. I don't mind to use, or I need a very complicated kind of handling with the different LLMs, different orchestration, lot of stuff. If I'm doing, I have to pick right model. So if you want to pick right model, for example, right now here you can see these are all the models. Most probably I will pick Opus 4.5, which is extremely good. It can think, it can do a lot of complex lines, even though compared to GPT 5.1. But the problem is whenever you choose this, you can run a hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. After that, you will end up burning all your credits. So what right now this guy is doing, they are commoditized, right? So basically you have to buy extra credits again, which is going to be super painful. So now what I'm going to show you here, you can wisely shift your IDs, keep maintain a project, and you can run it. For example, now this is the cursor. Imagine I burned this one, or you can work with auto mode. What I suggest, use cursor starting as a auto mode. If you're doing, go as a plan, which can do nice planning, then execute. You basically, it will create all boilerplate. Then go back, second tool, which is AntiGravity. And once you go here, which you can log in with your Gmail account and you can access all these models, which is absolutely free. This is completely free of cost. You don't need to pay anything. Since you already planned in cursor, which is totally fine, and go come back here. First step, what you need to do, you can choose depend on your project complexity. If you're running very complex projects, go for, I would suggest pick Claude models most of the time. Even though I don't pick Gemini 3, go complex and start rechecking. Whenever you shift one ID to another ID, do like a, hey, can you verify? So basically think like this. There is one developer created a code, and thus that code you're giving to another senior developer or principal developer who's going to see the code review, everything checking deeply. Treat similar way, you come back here and review your code. If any fixes, your Claude will fix very quickly. So that Claude is not burning entire credits. It can read it, it can fix. Okay, that's one method. Now you're not burning so many credits. Second thing, imagine there is a limit for this as well. You burn it, then you shift to Claude's Sonnet 4.5. Right now you can see exclamatory mark. That means I already used all the credits. It can reset a week, something like that. So, but check it out. These are the plans, bringing the plans. But yeah, without subscribing, you can do like an alternate email. If you have alternate email, you can go here and sign out from here, log in another account, and you can run it. That's where you can double down again your LLMs. Again, it will reset. Basically, you can shift between two accounts. You run out all the models, all the credits, you shift to another Google account, you finish there, again come back. This is where you can done, but something like someone is very power user, which I'm doing extensively daily. So that even you can burn it out very easily if you're doing very serious projects. You can see here so many lines. It's a big, almost so many branches you have. For that, what you need to do then is another IDE, which is Kiro is developed by AWS, Amazon Web Service. This is also some similar to the Claude, similar to the cursor. What it can do, so you can see auto everything. You can do autopilot, you can do it as long as possible. You can switch off and go here, and again you can select whichever model you want. You can see here Opus 4.5, 4.5. This is also absolutely free. So now you have a cursor. Imagine you have 2 Google accounts, or if you're working somewhere, you can use your enterprise account as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your 5th one. You can come back and you can do. But how this works, it's completely different story. So Kiro is different way of working, but end to end they are using LLMs. Kiro is more on planning based, where you can write all the spec documents, what you need. Go here, plan first. What you need, one pager. What kind of project you're building, what kind of app you're building, everything you do it here, plan it. And then, so it's like a pure experimental, whether you can start with cursor or you can come back here, do spec, start basic boilerplate, then go back into the different flow. That's purely depend on the individuals. Let's shift to the another interesting one, which is Windsurf. And this is again backed by Combinator, one of the startup project. This is again free. You can go here, come here, and you can choose whichever model you want. There are so many models. Again, this is the free one. They are recommended this one, 5.2, 5.1. This is again low, medium, high. These are the gifts basically, which is free. As you scroll, this is their native model, Penguin Alpha, which is completely free. You can use as long as needed, or you can go down, scroll, and you can use more. Again, after a point, you can see here. So simple thing, whichever model performing very well, it will be very expensive. That's how it works. You can see Claude Opus 4.5 is always expensive. This is the Windsurf. Now another one, this is the last one, Wide. This is again IDE based, but what is the special in this is completely free one. And let me open again. This is my settings. Okay, let's go to Wide settings. This is user settings backed by Combinator, which is very interesting one. Here is this one is a bit slightly different from other IDs. It is completely, you can make it cost zero. It's up to you. If you have good resource, like if, for example, if you have good GPU, something. Right now I'm using M4. Look here, right now I'm using, this is the LLM I'm using. You can work your entire project exactly however you want. However, you are using a cursor, for example, I'm going to take a, let's pick it something, test game. Can you review? And it can work exactly like a cursor. But what will happen backend? Backend, you are not paying any money. You just need to install Studio. Basically, you are running your own LLMs at local. Then you are using into the external IDE. Look here. Right now, this is where I am running LLMs. I think I'm going to make another video on this one. LLM Studio is nothing but where you can find the models and you can host it yourself. And right now, this is my local server. You can also, by the way, you can go here and you can also use it here, chat, but I'm using into the APIs. So once you come here, tick mark, come here. This is the models. You can see here. Right now I'm using these models. Turn off embedded models, whichever models you can use. So sometime if you want to use multiple models, again you need to pick right model which has a agentic capabilities, tool calling, function calling, etc. A lot of stuff. You can go and read about it, then based on that you can pick. So once you how to set up that stuff, go here, and this is the models, and where is general? This is general setting, this is all settings. This is local provided. You can use also Llama. Here they are giving support from LM Studio. This is the 3000 port I'm running. You can see here, this is where exactly you just copy this port and paste it there. That's it. Everything will be configured. But whenever you give any messages, any query, everything will written here, and you will get proper everything happening actually backend, which is LM Studio, and you can working here. So that's about this one. So yeah, something like this, completely think like this is a kind of a cycle. You start from cursor if you have a subscription. If not, you can use any AntiGravity or Kiro or multiple Gmails, then switching back, because I don't think so you don't lose anything, because your project is the same, where the way you switching the IDs is sequentially you are changing. So as once you, for instance, if you got last week something, you got expire all the credit, next week you will be getting again new ones, then you go back and then start doing that. So that's about this one. If you have any doubts or comments, anything, please do comment. I'll respond as soon as possible. See you. Happy holidays.